Thanks for tuning in to the Auto Insider, where you come to find out what's new, what's hot, and what's not in the automotive industry. This week, we have this 2022 Acura RDX. It's the A-SPEC edition. She's fully loaded, all the sport features, and selectable drive modes. This should be a great week in this RDX. Let's go inside and let's take a look around and see what we really like about it and what things we'd actually change. So let's start with what we like the most, the contemporary design here on the interior. This white leather with the dark gray or black inset. It's kind of a velvet suede look here in the middle of the seats. The way the dashboard is laid out, everything looks great. Kind of gives you the feeling of a cockpit in an airplane. Even though things aren't turned directly to you, there's a lot of attention to details when it comes to the controls here in this RDX. Here just to the left of the steering wheel, there's a control panel for your heads-up display. You can go in and configure this the way you want it to be. Also here on the left side of the steering wheel, you have controls for things like volume control, changing your radio stations. The one that we have, the technology package has heated steering wheel. Here on the right side of the steering wheel, you can control things like this smart cruise control, distance, lane keep assist. You have auto headlights with the auto dimming feature, as well as rain sensing windshield wipers. And you can control the rear windshield wiper here from the column. Wireless phone charger, not the best thing. One of the things we're not really fans of. Phones have a hard time sitting there, slide around, and they don't always stay charging. But detail here on the dashboard, Acura has brought this suede touch and this contrasting stitching along the dash. And they've also come down here and given you a few knobs and buttons. It took us a little while to get used to the gear selectors here and this touchpad, but we'll get back to the touchpad here in a second. You have your dynamic controls for your different drive modes like sport and comfort. And then this is how you mainly would navigate through all of your infotainment system selections. It works okay, but when you're driving down the road, it's a little bit difficult to focus on getting your fingers in the right place to get what you want on the infotainment scene. If there's anything that Acura could do better on the next rendition of this Acura RDX is to replace this with something else. Lexus and some of the German models have corrected that. I expect to see change from Acura in the near future. Second row is just what you need from a compact luxury SUV. A 6-footer can fit in this back seat, no problem. And with this panoramic roof, it makes it a lot more spacious than it really is. Second row also has AC vents, which my young one tell me you have to have in an SUV these days. And then you have your USB charging, so their smartphone and devices never go dead. And our tester came with the advanced package, and my daughter really enjoyed the heated outboard seats. You have keyless entry to the cargo area, decent cargo capacity. I really like the fact that you can store things under the floor, things that you keep with you on a regular basis. No spare tire, so that was your pump. Second row seats fold flat, so when you got to make those runs to the big box stores, you got great capacity. Ease of access and ease of egress. The design of this RDX really stands out, and that's especially in this A-SPEC package. You have these dark gray 20-inch alloy wheels wrapped in these 255, 45, 20 all-season tires, and then you have the dark black grille between these dual LED headlights, and then the A-SPEC badging here on the side really lets everybody know you're set apart. And we mentioned this leather upgraded interior with the suede insets and the sport steering wheel. Another thing we really like is you can opt for premium 91 octane, but you can use the 87 octane in this 272 horsepower, 2-liter direct injection turbo 4-cylinder if you don't want to spend all that money at the pump. I must admit, Acura has really given this RDX a really sporty, aggressive design without looking all claddy and fixed up like some of the other SUVs on the road today that are trying to be sports cars. This is a compact SUV with the luxury, sporty, contemporary concept that really makes the RDX work. Well, that's all the time we have this week on the Auto Insider. But for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app and listen to all of our reviews in their entirety. Is it hot or is it not? Performance, styling, comfort, fuel efficiency, it's hot. Technology, they take a back seat to a lot of other brands on the road. If you can get past the infotainment system and this touchpad and get yourself preset and preloaded, this car is a sure joy to drive. For us, it was a long learning curve figuring out how to work the infotainment system. But maybe that's just me showing my age. Until next week, I'm Daryl Killian for the Auto Insider.